Tampa Bay, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium, the setting for an interconference battle between the River Hogs and Buccaneers. Portland comes in at 2-1 off a last-second win over the Falcons. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay won their first game of the year against the Packers last week and look to make it 2 in a row today. River Hogs opening drive, and on 2nd and 6, it's Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce for 10 yards and a first down across midfield. 3 plays later, 3rd and 4, and Mahomes goes back to Kelce, but Ephraim McElroy gets his hand in to knock it away. Griffin Murphy looks around and says, "What do you say we go for it, boys?" And the Portland offense stays on the field, where Mahomes fires to Tyreek Hill, who gets blasted by Quan Alexander and can't hang on, so the River Hogs' first possession results in a turnover on downs. So Tampa Bay's turn near midfield, but on 3rd and 9, Jameis Winston looking to throw, but can't escape Anthony Hitchens, who drops him for the sack and loss of 14 on the play, and the Portland offense gets it right back. And 3 plays into their drive, they enter Tampa Bay territory as Mahomes squeezes the pass into Sammy Watkins for 11 yards on the first down. 2 plays later, and the chains move again as Hamid Heyman takes it right up the middle for 10 to the Buccaneers 33. Then on 2nd and 10, it's Mahomes back to Watkins again, this time for 17 yards as the River Hogs make their way inside the red zone. Inside the 10 now and facing a 3rd and 1, it's Hamid Heyman picking up 6 and nearly scoring to set up 1st and goal, where 2 plays later, Mahomes play fakes and just barely gets his pass off to Travis Kelce, who makes the catch for the score and says, "Why don't you row your boat gently down this stream?" And the 3-yard touchdown pass gives Portland a 7-0 lead. Bucs answer right back on their first play as Winston fires down the seam to O.J. Howard for 26 yards on a first down. 2 plays later, Winston throwing again, this time to Keelan Cole, who makes the contested catch for 12 yards and another first down. Then on the next play, the give goes to Derrick Henry, who appears to be bottled up but breaks free from the line and turns into a runaway train that will not be stopped. And good Lord, shield your eyes from the calamity and River Hog wreckage left in his wake as he takes the carry for 26 yards down inside the 5 and sets Tampa Bay up 1st and goal. Portland still reeling from the destruction. 3 plays later as Winston finds free agent signing Keelan Cole, who hangs onto the catch, and the 3-yard score ties this one up at 7. First play of the second quarter, 2nd and 6, and the River Hogs convert as Mahomes fires quick to long Winborn for 13 yards near midfield. Next play, Mahomes looking to throw again, standing in the pocket before deciding to take off, picks up a block from Travis Kelce and slides down after a 17-yard gain. Then on the following play, Mahomes with a play fake and fires down the middle when he should have floated, and Quan Alexander is there to pick off the pass, and the River Hog drive falls short once again as the Tampa Bay offense takes over at their own 23. Portland with a chance to hold on 3rd and 9, but Winston stands in and fires to Chris Godwin for 10 yards to keep the drive alive. 2 plays later, Winston with the play fake and going down the middle to Keelan Cole for 27 yards to the Portland 28. Then on 3rd and 5, Winston throws a terrible pass incomplete. Brandon McManus comes on for the 41-yard try, which is up and good, and Tampa Bay leads 10-7. Just under 4 minutes before half, Mahomes with a play fake, and this time is able to get his pass into Tyreek Hill for 31 yards across midfield. 2 plays later, 2nd and 8, and it's Mahomes back to Hill, who gives Levante David the okey doke on his way to 16 more yards and another Portland first down. But with 37 seconds before half, Mahomes throwing in disaster nearly strikes as he throws it right to Dominic Okun, but it's dropped and incomplete. Harrison Butker and the River Hogs answer with a 41-yard field goal of their own to square things up at 10 apiece. Then on the ensuing kickoff, Dez Bryant takes it from the 1, brings it just past the 20, spins away from one tackle, breaks away from another, finds a lane and brings it all the way out to the Tampa Bay 42. And on 2nd and 8, the Bucs cross midfield as Winston fires to Chris Godwin, who hangs on through the big shot from Walker McDonald. 8 seconds left now, and Winston throwing again where he floats it high and right off the hands of Steven Nelson. So with 5 seconds left, it's Brandon McManus again from 62 yards this time, but he pushes it too much to the right, and it's no good, so we head into the break tied at 10. Bucs start the second half with the ball and keep their opening drive alive with a Winston to Howard 7-yard pass. 2 plays later, and the Bucs move the chains on the ground as Mark Ingram goes right up the middle for 11 more near midfield. And the Tampa Bay offense continues to roll as Winston throws quick to Cameron Brate, who gets just shy of the marker. Then on 2nd inches, Winston play fakes to Derrick Henry before dumping it off to him where he breaks a tackle and picks up 12 more to the Portland 31. 3 plays later, 3rd and 10, Winston throwing again and looking for the end zone and wants Mike Evans, who makes the contested catch, and it's 6 points for the Buccaneers as the 30-yard touchdown gives Tampa Bay a 17-10 lead, but not so fast as the extra point is blocked by Chris Jones, so chalk one up on the block kick counter and keep the score at 16-10. River Hogs looking to answer back, and on 2nd and 9, Mahomes play fakes and floats for Travis Kelce, who makes the catch, keeping both feet in bounds and picking up 20 yards on the play. Then facing a 3rd and 3, Mahomes goes to long windboard for the 6-yard completion to convert, and on the following play, Mahomes looking to throw again and floats one deep downfield where he's got Tyreek Hill wide open for the 35-yard score, and the Cheetahs' first touchdown of the year gives Portland a 1-point lead. Portland gets it right back, and on their first play, Hamid Heyman picks up 9, taking it just shy of the marker. Then on 3rd and inches, it's the other rookie, Leighton Rasby, finishing the job as he picks up a punishing 13 yards across midfield. And on 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay 49, Mahomes looking to throw, drifts back in the pocket, and fires a bomb deep downfield where Tyreek Hill makes the amazing catch, keeping both feet in bounds. Griffin Murphy loves it and can't contain his suburban soccer dad dance moves, and the River Hogs take a 24-16 lead. Tampa Bay looking to answer back, and on 3rd and inches, they're throwing where Winston moves to his right and finds Keelan Cole, who hangs on to the 8-yard catch. Next play, and Winston play fakes before going right back to Cole again down the sideline for 29 more yards, well into Portland territory. Then to start the 4th quarter, Winston looking to throw again, but Morgan Fox with the pressure and the fumble animation of doom knocks the ball loose. Breland Speaks dives on it, and the River Hogs take over near midfield. Then on 2nd and 6, Hamid Heyman takes the give and gets around the outside, picking up the first and 11 yards into Tampa Bay territory. 3 plays later, 3rd and 7, where Mahomes looks to throw, maneuvering the pocket and takes off, picking up 8 as he slides down just past the marker. Then facing 2nd and 4, Mahomes throwing and has Travis Kelce over the middle for 11 more and another River Hog first down. 2 plays later again, Mahomes looking to throw but has a lane to run and takes off again, diving for the marker inside the 5 to make it 1st and goal. We're on the very next play. Look at the hole the River Hog line creates for Leighton Rasby, who walks into the end zone for his first career touchdown, and Portland takes a 31-16 lead. Tampa Bay trying to answer back, and on 2nd and 4, Winston finds Mike Evans, who's hit and fumbles, but Tampa Bay able to get it back and keep the 16-yard gain. 4 plays later, 2nd and 2, Winston throwing again and finding Chris Godwin over the middle, who makes the catch and fights his way down to the Portland 14 for 20 yards. Then on 3rd and 3 from the 7, Winston goes to O.J. Howard, who doesn't score but does get the first. And on 1st and goal from the 2, Winston play fakes, but Dorian O'Daniel is in the backfield to drop him for the sack and a loss of 8. 3rd and goal from the 5 now, Winston throwing again, looking for the end zone and firing where Eric Berry is there to pick him off. And with 3:30 to go, the Buccaneers come away with nothing, and the score remains 31-16. Bucks desperately need a stop, and on 3rd and 6, the River Hogs move the chains with a Mahomes to Kelce 9-yard completion. 2 plays later, 2nd and 12, where Hamid Heyman squeezes his way to 10 yards to set up a 3rd and 2, and one last chance for Tampa Bay, but Leighton Rasby takes it right up the middle for 7 yards, and Portland can just kneel this one out, and the River Hogs go 2 for 2 in their NFC South road trip as they go into Atlanta and pull out a last-second victory last week, and then outscore Tampa Bay 21-6 in the second half to take down the Buccaneers this week. Jameis Winston goes for 284 yards and 2 touchdowns, but has 2 costly second-half turnovers as the Bucks fall to 1-3 and will host the New York Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, Patrick Mahomes throws 3 touchdowns, including Tyreek Hill's first 2 of the year, and the River Hogs will head home to face the 2-1 Dolphins in Week 5. All right, guys, so a nice win there without much drama at the end like we've had in our previous 2 wins. I always worry when I get into situations like that at the end where even though I have a 2-score lead, things don't really ever feel safe. But that Eric Berry pick was huge and really helped seal things as we move to 3-1 on the year. We didn't have any new negotiations this week, but we will have a couple next week, and there's no new draft stories or tweets this week, so we head right to the draft board and start at the top with tight end Andre Foster out of Indiana. Below him, we have wide receiver Courtney Rogers and another tight end in Nicholas Blackburn. With the Travis Kelce and Sammy Watkins situation, receivers and tight ends are going to be something we're looking at closely throughout the season. And then wrapping up, we also have left tackle Wendell Morgan, who is a third-round projection and true talent. And with no more team news, we head around the league, where we start, as always, with scores from the week, where things kicked off on Thursday night with a wonderful tie between the Eagles and 49ers. Moving to Sunday, the Seahawks won 35-31 in the Big Apple. Cardinals handled the Bills. Packers win by 18 over the Vikings. Chargers take down the Panthers in Carolina. Browns put up 42 in their win over the Bengals. Steelers get a home win over the Raiders. Rams continue their strong start with a 28-7 win over the Patriots. Broncos get in the win column by beating the Jets. Falcons bounce back by edging the Saints 35-34 in New Orleans. Colts hammer the Titans, and Jaguars do the same to the Texans on Sunday night. And then wrapping up the week, the Lions get a win over the Bears on Monday night by the score of 16-13. So as we take a look at the AFC standings, the Dolphins had the week off and play us next, but take the lead in the East with the Patriots loss to the Rams. The Steelers' 4-0 start has them 2 games out in front in the North over the Browns and Bengals. Jaguars take the lead in the South, sitting at 3-1 over the 2-2 Colts and Titans. Then in our division, the Chargers are 4-0, leading by a game over us, while the Raiders and Broncos both sit at 1-3. On the NFC side, the 3-0 Redskins had the week off and benefited from watching the Giants lose and Eagles tie. The Packers hold a 1-game lead over the Lions in the North, while the Bears and Vikings are 2 back. The Falcons win over the Saints, bunches up the South with Atlanta, New Orleans, and Carolina all 2-2, and the Bucks at 1-3. Then out west, the Rams have early control at 4-0, while the Cardinals and Seahawks both sit at 2-2. The AFC Offensive Player of the Week is Browns running back Nick Chubb. Filling in for an injured Duke Johnson, Chubb rushed for 157 yards and reached the end zone 4 times on the ground, while adding 34 yards receiving on 2 catches as the Browns beat the Bengals 42-28 in Cincinnati. As for the NFC, Drew Brees, now in his 20th season, takes home the award. Brees was 30 of 39 passing as he threw for 362 yards and 4 touchdowns. The big day, however, couldn't get the job done as the Saints lost 35-34 to the Falcons this week. On the defensive side, Ryan Shazier of the Steelers takes home the Player of the Week for the AFC. The former first-rounder out of Ohio State tallied 11 tackles and 2 sacks to help his Steelers pick up a 24-14 win over the Raiders in Pittsburgh. And for the NFC, another linebacker in the Packers, Nick Perry, is the Defensive Player of the Week. The 9th-year first-round pick out of USC only had 4 tackles, but had an interception, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery as the Packers easily took down the Vikings 31-13. Moving to the league leaders, starting with the passers, Jared Goff sets the pace in passer rating with his 129.1 mark. Julian Casa of the Giants takes the top spot in passing yards with 1,260, and then Matt Ryan on a record pace with 14 touchdown passes through 4 games. Le'Veon Bell continues to dominate the rushing leaderboards, leading the way in rushing yards with 468 and rushing scores with 6, and then a different Freeman takes the top spot in yards per carry this week as Devontae takes it from Royce with his 6.1 average. Moving to the receiving leaders, Browns rookie first-rounder Matt Rodriguez takes the top spot in receptions with 31 on the year. Odell Beckham continues to lead the league in receiving yards with 438, and among others tied for the league lead in touchdown catches with 5 is the Colts' T.Y. Hilton. Then lastly for the leaders are the defenders, where Jake Ryan takes over the top spot in tackles with 38. Aaron Donald continues to lead the league in sacks with 5, and another rookie first-rounder finds himself in the leaders as 18th overall pick Victor Bogle of the Seahawks tops the league with 3 picks in 4 games. And then as we wrap up, we take a look at the Week 5 schedule, where Thursday night features the Panthers and Packers. Moving to Sunday, the Jaguars head to Chicago to take on the Bears. The 4-0 Steelers host the Colts, Vikings at Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, and Browns at Ravens in divisional action. Redskins head to Cincinnati, Giants at Bucks, Broncos host the Falcons, while the 49ers host the Cardinals. The Dolphins beat us 27-10 in Week 6 last season, and we look for some redemption next week, and will likely need a win to keep pace with the 4-0 Chargers, who face the 0-4 Texans. Then on Sunday night, the Seahawks face the Bills, and on Monday night, the 4-0 Rams travel to New York to take on the Jets. Patriots, Saints, Raiders, and Titans all have the week off. And that's going to do it for week 4, guys. We pick up a nice win to move to 3-1 and host Miami next week as we look to keep pace with the Chargers, who are off to a hot start but haven't played us yet, and we won't see them until week 11 and then week 16 as well. So every win is going to be crucial from here on out. But hope you guys enjoyed the highlights from the win along with the commentary and around the league news. Hope to see you guys next time as we do take on the Dolphins. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and until next time, thanks for watching.